Happy Thanksgiving Eve, everyone. Today I'm going to read from a book that is a early 1900s print of the oral tradition of the Tejas and other Indian legends. The book is called When the Storm God Rides. We've read from this before, so I found a nice little story to read for Thanksgiving for everybody, or at least on the eve of Thanksgiving. And it's a curious title. But it certainly speaks to some of the lessons taught in very subtle ways in the oral tradition. But this book was, I think, a lot of effort went into it to gather a lot of the remnants of oral tradition for the tribes in and around Texas, northern Mexico, and in that area, and perhaps even further. We know how stories travel. So here we are. The story today on the eve of Thanksgiving is called The Wise Man's Big Bald Head. An Indian tribe had in it a man who from his boyhood had always tried to find out secrets which nature kept from the Indians. He would not believe the old legends of his tribe. When he heard them, he shook his head and walked away thinking. He did not believe many things his friends believed, and he believed things which they did not. This strange man said he wanted to know the truth about everything. He wandered from tribe to tribe, asking questions. He looked long into the stars and wondered what made them twinkle and wink at him. He kept thinking all his life until he became known as a very wise man. As this man grew older, he lost his hair, and as he lost his hair, his head seemed to grow larger. Finally, when he became an old man, he was entirely bald, and his head had become very large indeed. The other Indians said it was because his head was filled with so much wisdom that it had to swell to keep all the wisdom from running out his ears. One day when the wise man lay sleeping, the medicine man of the tribe looked down at him and thought, what a pity it would be for all that wisdom to be buried with the man when the time came for him to die. The medicine man wondered about it, wondered about how it might be saved, for the old man did not have much longer to live. Finally, the medicine man thought of something. He bent over and touched the old man's big round head with his long fingers and muttered magic words. A strange thing happened. The wise man's body began to shrink as he slept, and his arms and legs began turning into stems and leaves. His big bald head took the shape of a squash growing on the stems and leaves. In this way, the tribe never lost what was in the wise man's head, because the squash produced seeds, which sprouted and gave them more squashes. When the seeds were dried and cracked, they were very good to eat. They should have been, for once they were the wise man's thoughts and his great wisdom. There we are. Oral tradition from the Tejas and other Indian legends. Motley Patriot, happy Thanksgiving, everyone.